Good morning, I'm Zahar from Future Neighbors School. Today we have decided to start our presentation with a simple puzzle to help you understand what our project is all about. The puzzle consists of 4 rows and 3 columns. Our friends have already distributed the papers. Each row or column you solve helps you to reveal a letter from the title of our project. And the title will be shown up here on top. And the first question is as an example. What is the European country that is the 4th on the world in recycling and in waste management? You can use the color of the flag as some sort of a clue. Yes, that's a correct answer. Thank you. Please come forward. And as you can see, the first letter shown up here is the letter G, and this is the first letter of our title. The second question, what is the European country that has 63% recycling rate? Yes, please? What? No, sorry, that's not a correct answer.
Austria. Austria.
Yes, that's a correct answer. Thank you. And the third question is, as you can see here, the third one, what is the continent that has received the Best Waste Management Award? Yes, please. That's a correct answer, thank you.
انك هتديني كل الباتنز كده.
Thank you. And the fourth question is, what is the European country that imports waste? Here, number 4. Yes? Yes? Yeah, that's a correct answer. Great job, thank you. Question number 5. What is the Asian country that incinerates waste? And by incinerates, I mean burns. Yes, that's a correct answer. Thank you. The sixth question, what? And the question was, what is the African country that produces 80 million tons of waste? And of course, all of you answered correctly. Thank you. You don't know which one to give the present now? So we'll leave it to the 7th one. Yes? That's perfect. And the question is, what is the European country that has succeeded to have a zero waste society by the year 2019? And it's pretty amazing, I think. And as you can see, the word found on top is garbage. Yes, correct. Our project is about garbage segregation.
Looking at the garbage problem worldwide, here are some figures. Although the world produces 2.12 billion tons of waste per year, it only recycles 34% of it. This means that the rest gets dumped in seas, rivers, oceans, landfills, leading to the contamination of soil, air, and water, which affects all aspects of sustainability. Economically, leading to the loss of millions of pounds on the streets, environmentally, leading to the pollution and the spreading of diseases, especially in developing countries, and socially, as it leads to iron site pollutions. In Egypt specifically, this is how the garbage problem appears to be. We hate these sites and we are sick of seeing them on the streets.
Egypt produces 80 million tons of waste each year. 44.8% of this amount is dumped on the streets, which produces more the appearance of waste pickers more, who simply scavenge through garbage cans to take the garbage and to be recycled. And we hear these sites in the streets, and we're gonna watch a video about with engineer Ahmed Al-Ashmi. He is the general manager of Nahdat Mosque company. Let us watch the video. طب احنا عايزين نسأل ايه الفكرة المظبوطة او ازاي احنا نقدر نوزع على النباشين بطريقة مظبوطة يعني.
عايزه تنهي النباشين تماما ما تنزليش زباله في الشارع. طب ما تنزلش الزباله في الشارع ازاي؟ بنظامين اتنين. يا اما جمع الزباله من داخل الشقق زي القاهره، يعني النظام الجديد على فكره لسه ما اتطبقش في القاهره لكن هيتطبق يعني. تجيب الزباله من الشقه، مش معقوله ان مبقاش هيعدي يخبط في الشقه يمشي فيه.
لا تمام.
او يبقى في المواطنين يتفقوا مع الشركه على مواعيد معينه، الشركه تعدي تاخد الزباله من ورا العماره قبل ما تنزل الشارع. بياخد بقى الكنز يبيعه والبلاستيك يبيعه والكرتون يبيعه.
بيبيعهم بقى لشركات إعادة التدوير.
بيبيعوا شركات إعادة تدوير، شركات كبرى طبعا.
احنا عاملين شبه ماشين كده، المفروض ان كل حاجه بتخش المدرسه يبقى عليها شبه كود معين. المدرسه يبقى عليها كود معين. الماشين دي بنحط فيها بلاستيك وبيبر وماتريكس. بنحط
هي اللي بتقوم بفرز اوتوماتيكيا بالباركودز يعني.
ومنها بيبقى في حاجه ان احنا بنشجع الناس ان هم برضو يعملوا تفكيك الزباله.
عايزه فرز من المنبع يعني.
احنا نبدا من المدرسه بتاعتنا. بيبداوا يعملوا ان هم سكاننج على الحاجه اللي هم رموها، وبعد كده يرموها يتعمل لها ضغط او على حسب يعني، وبعد كده بقى بيطلعوا شبه البوينتس اللي هو كسبها.
لو عملت التوعيه دي ممكن تنفع داخل المصالح الحكوميه او داخل المدارس. فاحنا لو بذلت مجهود في توعيه المواطن ان شقتك نظافتها بتبدا من الشارع.
الفرز من المنبع يوفر كتير على حضرتك في شغلك ولا ما يوفرش؟
طبعا.
يعني تجي لك الزباله اوريدي مفروزه، ده يوفر دواء، يوفر كتير كتير جدا، يوفر ايدي عامله ويوفر فلوس.
بس طبعا هيبقى هنا هتعلي تكلفه الجامعه. لو
معظم
حضرتك رحت زرت المصانع عندي تلاقي العيال واقفين السير طالع نظيف. معلش لا كنز ولا بلاستيك ولا لان كلها بتتاخد من المنبع.
عايزين نعرف حوالي كام مصر ممكن بتطلع زبالة أو محافظة اسكندرية بس
المواطن بتطلع حوالي نص كيلو
في اليوم؟
في اليوم.
في اليوم. الشقة بتطلع نص كيلو في اليوم.
Looking at this pie chart, as you can see, we find that 14% of Egypt waste comes from municipal waste produced by households, stores, and schools. And 14% of this calculation of this 14% equals 11 million to 100,000 tons of waste each year.
What we as students have control of is schools, whose waste almost forms 1/3 of the numbers that Mariam just said, 11,200,000 tons of waste. So, if we as students segregate waste at schools, rather than just accumulating and dumping them without being classified, we are then actually saving 1,700,000 tons of waste from being dumped on streets. Research shows that in order to have the best benefit out of waste, it has to be classified and segregated, where each component is then recycled. Knowing that the Egyptians are not culturally prepared to segregate waste at home, our friend Hussein designed this machine on paper. I just want to tell you that it's simply a bin, where when someone throws garbage as is, it gets segregated into plastic, paper, metals, and organic. But by further research and a mentor advice, it showed to be inapplicable. But it's still our dream. We want to segregate waste, and after being segregated, to be initially recycled in the place of the dipping, as Hussein designed. So there will be no chance for a waste picker to come and put his hand back in to take whatever there is in. It's still our dream and we still want to achieve it.
And since it was inapplicable, we decided to work on a smaller scale. And that's why we decided to start from our school. We collected a whole day's garbage and classified it into sections. If you can direct your attention to set screen, next slide please. You'll see that the statistics we came up with are that paper and cardboard summed up to about 60%, while aluminum and tin was only 25%, plastic was about 10%, and to our surprise, organic waste only formed 5%. Now this is obviously about our school only, it could be different outside in other schools. Pardon? Figures show that our school produces 162 kilos of waste per day, which is roughly about 810 kilos of waste per school week. And all of this garbage is given to garbage collectors for free. So we moved to phase 2 of the solution and designed PMP.
We designed PMP, which is a classification bin that classifies 3 types of inorganic waste: plastic, metal, and paper, which were ranked the highest rank in our statistics. This PMP classified this waste into 3 types: plastic, metal, and paper. And this trash bin has a microcontroller. Here we go. This PMP that we designed is made from recycled material such as MDF wood, which is a combination between recycled paper and recycled wood. So, since our project is about sustainability, we wanted to make it out of recycled materials. Then it has 2 units, the trash bin and the canteen unit, which are linked together. So students would be motivated to dump waste in its proper place and take points. And when a student accumulates 100 points, he or she can get a free item from the canteen tuck shop worth of £10. This trash bin has a microcontroller, an LCD, a keypad, and a color sensor. The same items are located in the canteen unit, except for the color sensor. The microcontroller determines which box of the 3 boxes has to open when a student enters his ID and scans the color code on an object to be dumped. If he or she does the proper action, the system adds points to his ID and sends this data to the canteen unit. And anyone wants to try? Our technical team will help you to understand more about it. If someone wants to try and come to throw something which has the color code, please come forward. Yes, please. We have plastic and carton and tin. Choose one and enter the ID. Okay. Since you are a visitor, scan color. It closes. If you want to try something else, Thank you. Someone else wants to try? Yes, please. At the end, you can all try. But because of the time, we have to choose only two. Put the color on the color sensor. For 5 seconds, please.
ممكن حد يقول لهم يقفوا من الناحية التانية علشان الجمهور يشوف. كده الجمهور مش شايف.
Okay.
ماشي.
As you can see, we have decided to make it out of MDF wood due to that our project is about sustainability and to follow the slogan of Go Green. These are the components of our machine, and this is the initial design.
Our project tackles the three types of sustainability. As for the social aspect of sustainability, it brings the students up to learn the importance of segregation and spread awareness of school students. As for the environmental aspects, it leads to decreasing the amount of pollution. As segregated waste will be sent to be recycled instead of being dumped on the streets. And the important one that it can reduce the phenomena of waste pickers. It also doesn't pollute the environment. It's very eco-friendly, and it doesn't need to be with the electric.
Looking at the economical aspect of sustainability, we are aiming on teaching students that garbage has an economical value, and the rich one too. Through our pointing system, we are teaching them how to invest in their own daily garbage instead of simply just throwing it away. And by doing so, we are saving a lot of materials and supply costs and millions of dollars that could be generated through recycling segregated trash that would otherwise be thrown on the street and forming these horrible sights that we all hate to see in our beloved country. By now, we have reached the end of our presentation. I sincerely thank you for your time and attention, and I hope we haven't bored you. Next slide will be our list of references if you'd like to take a look at the information we used for our presentation. And I thank you again, and our technical team will be ready to receive your questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. But please, I have a question. How can you decide if this person just put in any color of this metal or plastic or paper?
This is just a prototype, so when you make it in real life, there will be an automatic lock connected to the opening of the bin, so it will not be manually. There will be a lock to lock it when it's closed.
يا حبيبي انا مش ده السؤال، معلش ده سؤالي. انت اللي حطيت دلوقتي، هيتعرف منين ان انت اللي حطيت علشان خاطر تاخد فلوسك لو كان ليها ريوردز او كده؟
No. Because here we have two choices, a user or a visitor. If I'm a user, I will just click one and enter the ID. Specific to my ID. يعني 1 this is user 1.
لا انت لو هتطبقها.
Each person has his own ID,
Yes.
whether a visitor or a school student.
And then I scan and I throw it.
ايوه بس في نقطه يعني دلوقتي انت بتتكلم على لايك نانو سكيل، احنا هنطبقها في المدرسه. كويس، انت عندك كام طالب في المدرسه؟ فهل دي يعني تقدر اطبقها على كل الطلبه؟
Yes, of course.
Even my microphone.
You can make it we'll make it 4 digits. Then you'll be able to choose numbers until 9,999. then the school doesn't have 9,999.
طيب اوكي ماشي. وبعدين طيب بعد ما هتجمعوا كل هتعملوا سيجريجيشن وتجمعوا كل اللي هي السوليد ويست دي، المفروض يحصل فيها ايه؟
We get it out and then take it to the recycling factories to cycle it, and then يعني we use the waste we use.
شركة نهضة مصر اللي عملنا معاها الفيديو ده وقتها قالت لنا إن إحنا بس نعمل segregation وهم هياخدوها يستفيدوا بيها whether بقى compressing أو إن هم هيعملوا لها mixing ويستخدموها في حاجات تانية يعني to be recycled.
يعني حصل كلام مع شركة مصر نهضة مصر.
إحنا بس مهمتنا إن إحنا نعمل لها segregation ونقلل فكرة النباشين ونقلل فكرة الويست اللي موجودة في الشارع، إنما بقى فكرة الريسايكلينج دي هتاخد بها بقى بعد كده المفروض شركة نهضة مصر.
ممتاز. وهل في كونكشنز مع مدارس اخرى؟ يعني حصل اي نوع من انواع التوعيه
الاخرى؟ ان
الاخرى؟
شاء الله ناويين ان احنا نعممها في جميع المدارس ان شاء الله، وبعدين في الفيرذر بقى اون ذا لونج ران عايزين نبقى نطبق الفيرست ماشين اللي احنا عملناها، بس طبعا دي هتحتاج بيج كوست يعني وبادجت كبير.
هنحاول بس نعمل سمبليفاينج ونظبط بس ديزاين، وفي الفيس بقى تاني هنعمل بقى الماشينز دي في كل المدارس وكل كلوز بيلدينجز.
اويرنس يعني ان انا اعمل اوكي سكول اويرنس يعني. ماشي شكرا. First, before we end our presentation, we have a canteen system. How can we motivate people to throw garbage? Or how we can make them يبقوا في مكانها الصح؟ فعملنا بوينت سيستم دلوقتي قبل ما حضرتك بترمي الباسكت لازم تعملي ايدنتيفاي بالاي دي بتاعت حضرتك. فاحنا عندنا تو اي ديز، عندنا فيزيتور وعندنا يوزر. لو فيزيتور هترميها حضرتك والماشين هتقول لك ثانكس فيري ماتش من غير بوينتس. لكن لو حضرتك يوزر هتدخلي الاي دي بتاعت حضرتك بعد كده هترميها في المكان الصح. دلوقتي احنا حاطين سنسورز هنا بتعمل ديتكشن للديستنس، بتقيس الديستنس، فلو الديستنس دي قلت كده تعرفي ان في حاجه نزلت فتقوم مديه لحضرتك البوينتس. طب ازاي هتنقل البوينتس دي من مكان للكانتين سيستم؟ فاستخدمنا حاجه اسمها كوميونيكيشن بروتوكول. الكوميونيكيشن بروتوكول ده بيحول الداتا من هنا للداتا هنا. في 3 انواع منها، احنا استخدمنا اليو ارت بين الاردوينو ماستر والاردوينو سليف. فول دوبلكس عشان يبعت ويستقبل في نفس الوقت، مش محتاجين اي تعليم. فدلوقتي لما حضرتك تعملي سكاننج في الكانتين سيستم هيقول لحضرتك دلوقتي المينيمم بوينتس بتاعتنا 100، فلو هي اقل هيقول لحضرتك نوت انف بوينتس تراي اجين ليتر. فلو هي اكتر هيقول لحضرتك وانت تو اكستشينج يس يو نو. فهو بقى انك هتبقى واقفه عند الكانتين سيستم هتعمل ماينس للبوينتس اللي معاك، هيقول لك يور نيو بوينتس كذا كذا كذا. تحبي حضرتك تجربي؟ لا خلاص اصلا كلام. يعني هي المفروض السيستم ده بيوصل مباشره للكانتين علشان يديك حاجه مقابل ليها
بواير بس
10 جنيه او حاجه كده.
ما
هو لو ما فيش الكانتين سيستم ده ازاي هتشجع الناس ان هم يرموا
عادي
بس
جدا ان هي يطلع ريسيت عادي زي ما بيحصل في
لا الريسيت دي
ادفانسد شويه
ده بروتوتايب على حاجات صغيره سمولر سكيل. بعد كده ان شاء الله في بعد كده هيعمل سيرشز وابحاث بتكنولوجيا اعلى بكوست اقل ان شاء الله.
In the long terms, we wish to be bigger bin. This is only a prototype to test it, and it will be the communication between the canteen and the bin. It will be wireless.
ممتاز. انا بشكركم طبعا على الفكره، لان احنا اي حاجه بنعملها بتكون صديقه للبيئه وبنحاول نحافظ بيها على البيئه. المفروض ان احنا نتبنى كل الافكار دي، وفكره جميله جدا برضو. بشكر المنتورز والقائمين على الاشراف ان هي فعلا لو ابتدينا احنا نفكر بهذا الاسلوب على يعني سمول سكيل حتى في المدارس ونعممها، ده طبعا هيبقى فكره ممتازه جدا. لان اي حاجه يعني مع البيئه لازم هتبتدي منكم انتوا اولاد. يعني شكرا يا ميس.
شكرا للتشجيع وشكرا.